We have two decent choices, Pup and Pied Piper. I'm not really sure which. This one, scales better into the later game. I'm not sure which one of these is considered stronger. Although I like Pied Piper a little better. I think we'll go with that. And here, we don't have great choices. I don't love this that much. I mean, I think our real choices are, we're not going to pause here, I don't think. Although we could. We could pause, grab one of these, and the next turn grab the other one. Yeah, maybe we will, actually. We're going to take a ton of damage early. But we can grab this and one other thing next turn. And these do grow quite a bit. We are giving them what is likely a free slay. Yeah, they got an eeny meeny. Okay, we'll do this. And I think I'm sort of tempted to grab this in all situations. I think I will, because we could grab this and make these have a little more health, but I think we're sort of moving in the wrong direction there. We need some attack, we need some mims. Not that the health is bad, the health would be helpful, but we could even grab, we could grab this just for probably the best body out of these. Well, this adds, 1/7 to a board. If these don't get more attack, just being a 1/15 even isn't getting you super far. Oh, if we get that hit. Okay, so this will transform into something. We don't know what, but might give us enough of a... Okay, Vampire is not usually what one is looking for, but two of the... Oh, this is really quite the board, right? We want a bunch of things. I don't think we want to sell these. I'm going to grab this first of all. And I think I'm going to grab this. And I don't think we want to sell anything here, so I think we're just going to pause here. Yeah, what we're going to do is pause here. We'll have 5 on the next turn. We'll go up to 6 using this, meaning we're going to drop pretty low in life. Even if we win this fight, we're going to be at, at most 29. We could be in the low 20s after this. But we'll grab this, giving us 2 pairs, getting us a proc on this, and letting us buy 2 more things. Okay, it looks like we'll win this because we just had slightly more stats. Okay, let's see what they roll. This seems okay, but we want to buy 3s, right? Oh no, is it worth getting this, or do we just not grab that? Is that just bad here? Take the 2. My initial thought was we'll grab this, and we'll grab this. What if I want to grab this and grab this? My thinking is, what if we put this right here, right? This has a little more health. Put this right here. So like this. Yeah, I think we're doing that. Do we want to pause here to grab another one? Probably not. We're just trying to get a 4-drop basically. Oh, instead they will get their 5-drop. Wow. So, didn't work out for us. Because this isn't buffed, yeah, I think we are fine here because that wasn't buffed by that. So, we get through. They're at very low health. They did get a 5-drop though, so their board's going to be pretty powerful. Okay, we'll find another one of these. Could grab one of these as well. We want to cast spells. I wish we didn't grab so many. Okay, here we go. We'll upgrade this. We'll grab a treasure. I think we'll just grab this. Works here. Grab this. Makes it a little easier to slay. Now, I think this going... Is it better to go first? Just have 6? Or is having 9 more important? This is always the question. I mean, this is great to buff this twice, right? Actually, maybe it's better to do this. Yeah, that might be a little better. Right? Yeah, maybe. It's tough to tell. But if this slays and we get an upgraded 4, I think that really sets us, you know, in motion. If we don't get it here, we might just wait and go for the upgraded 5 on the next turn. We might pull it out for one turn. We're not super close on this, but we'll get there eventually. We didn't want to take a ton of extra damage off spells just to get there. I think maybe we could have. I don't know if it would have been the right answer. Okay, so we're taking out a lot of their front line, and then we will get the slay. We won't see what we get, though. And we'll win this pretty handily. Yeah, well, doing 9. Doing 9's tough. Okay, this is a lodge. My trains are already evil. I think we just want some gold. I think to that effect we'll grab this. What if we just grab this and go like this? Want evil characters in front of this? None of that? I don't think we want this, right? I'm thinking of stopping here to grab that. If we think we're strong, pushing the advantage with this could be worthwhile. Or maybe we should do this, right? So this gets the attack. We haven't seen a third one of these. These are pretty large at this point. I guess they don't have a lot of attack, right? But they do gain, you know, 2 health each every turn. So is it better to put these 2 first instead? Yeah, we could do this. I think this is better, right? Let this get the attack. So do we want this and this on the next turn? No, we're gonna hit 4 and we'll see the options we have. We could hit 4, grab this, and then see if we want to do things. Yeah, maybe that is better. We'll hit 4, grab this, and then we can do 1 roll. We go up to 9 gold, I believe. And if we win, we go up a little higher even. Okay, so this might be tough. They're a pretty good early game champion, although we have a pretty big board here. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're way too big for them. And they're going to take some damage. It's nice, this does extra damage every time. Doing the 2 extra, and this as well. Doing 2 extra damage isn't nothing. And I don't think we need a second one of these, although maybe it's correct to grab it just to get the treasure. I don't think so. I don't love it. We can grab this. Is that part of our long-term plans? Maybe part of our short-term plans. And we can triple this. I think we'll just take it. Characters in the shop get a little bigger. So we're going to put this up front, and we'll put this here. Not getting max value out of this, obviously, but I wonder if it's better to do this, because this is already going to have so much health that, you know, letting that get a little extra is nice. And hopefully we'll trigger this next turn, and then we can get off of this, you know. We'll hopefully trade it in for something good. Winning this fight is pretty big here. If we can win the fight, we get the extra XP shooting us right to 5, and we get 1 extra gold, so we'll have 10 gold, which really gives us, we have the opportunity to buy 2 5s. We could actually get more gold from this as well, although this probably breaks even most of the time. So, if we win the fight, a lot of good things can happen. If we don't win the fight, 1-4 for another turn, which is fine. There's a, you know, we wouldn't mind grabbing this as another 3. I wish I could grab some of the skill. Actually, we could grab that. I'm like half considering it. I don't think we're going to, but buffing this, the attack of this for long term, is actually fairly good. One thing I've mentioned before is, oh, that's good for us. This thing getting huge means that we don't want this to be the only good thing that gets hit, but it means we can take these things down. Oh, this is just very healthy, but has no attack. There we go. Okay, well, we got a great win. Did a lot of damage to somebody else, so. Okay, so we hit 5. To an evil character good. We don't actually want to turn any of a... This is a great card, and I sort of want it. And I sort of want to cast this just to see what this turns into. We'll just grab this because we we're stuck on, we have too many heroes as it is, so we're going to want to be able to trade them in soon. Is there anything interesting here? No. Not so far. I don't have any of these. Maybe we'll pause here so we can grab this next turn. We'll basically just put this in front of this. Next turn we grab this. And we can throw it right here. Or something. Or we can just try to triple it. If we triple it, we get a 6. I don't know. There's some stuff going on there. Maybe it's makes. Oh, basically, one thing we talked about with tree folk is that, or treants, is that a lot of time you run into, you get the the 0-20 that gives everything 20 attack, and you just get into a situation where you have as much attack as you could ever want, but you can't win the fights because everything just trades 1 for 1, and they have something that spawns, or they just have some character that sort of breaks the symmetry. So we're gonna knock them out here too because we have so many upgraded characters. And getting this, the fact that this gains 4 health and we've had it for so long means that it's possible that it will just. This is interesting because it's evil, and it can turn into a 5 treasure, which gets us a 6 treasure. I don't think we want it for anything is the issue. And yeah, I kind of like this turns into a 5 treasure. I wonder if transforming this at this point is worthwhile. It will transform it into something evil. Although it's a character the same level, right? There aren't many evil characters at the same level. It will keep this buff, so we'll keep the extra 30 health. Huh. I wonder if that's worthwhile. I wonder how long we want to keep this for. We could transform this into a different character as well. If we do try to tree folk buff, we do have 2 to begin with. So maybe it's worth keeping this and just not casting. We don't get a lot of value out of casting spells right here. So I'm not in a huge rush. We could put this here to gain a little extra value, although the summoning gains us quite a bit of value. I think, we're probably at the point where we were ahead and now we're sort of falling back in line or even behind. Taking out this is very good. Them having an 0-20 doesn't do much for them. And yeah, all of these we'll just crush them here. I think we'll knock them out because again we have so many buffed characters. Although even if we didn't, right, that's still 11, so they would have been knocked out either way. Yeah, they just didn't have quite the board they needed. Okay, so we upgrade this. Oh, we only get a 4. I didn't even realize this. When you win a brawl, yeah, I think that's fine. Is this worthwhile? Might be too late for that. Okay, we'll grab this. We'll get another 5-drop treasure. Upgrade your last character each brawl. This usually, I think, comes into play in a big way. It might not here, because our back row is all upgraded. This will just immediately give this attack. So I think what we'll do is this. What if we do this? This will get upgraded. It won't attack till pretty late. We wanted this, right? We want these two. We want this last. Is this the thing? Okay, this is the thing. Yeah, we don't have a great way to set it up. We wanted better characters. There's other characters we want here, but this is pretty good when you can get a decent character here. So we'll probably, be behind on this fight out. Managed to buff the dwarf for them. Fortunately, that was the one it didn't hit, and actually, it looks like because this will take everything out, so even if this stuff isn't gone before that, this will just knock everything out and take them out of the game, which is nice because they were sort of one of the people we were worried about. Although, I guess at this point in the game you worry about all the remaining people. They're all strong enough to be a threat. Okay, Bearstain is very good in putting Bearstain. That's exactly the type of backline character we're thinking of. Turning the evil character good. No, we want our characters evil. I think we want this. I think it's better than this maybe. We're going to something like this setup. Feels bad taking this many stats out, which means that maybe... Am I just being foolish here? Maybe this just isn't powerful enough? Or maybe this is a waste. But you gotta figure 543 is fairly large. Especially if we make it an 1143. Yeah, I think we'll try this. This will give these two an additional +2/+2. And then, I mean, we really like to switch all of this out and sort of build around this. This will upgrade because of this, and then it will make these very large when they spawn. It will just give this a little buff for now, but then in the future, oh, this is interesting. We could have moved into a treant comp instead, although I think it's a little late for, it's a little late to buy just scaling at this point. Okay, well they have some very large range characters, although this, as you can see, spawns very, very large. We'll see how many things are they gonna fill up a board, right? Well, other animals are good. That's interesting. So yeah, we'll take them down here, and I think we'll knock them out, actually. This actually makes us do extra damage as well, if that survives. Yeah, they're gonna get knocked out, so we're gonna be down to top 2. I think we've had 2 second places in a row. We'd love to, squeeze out a first, obviously. I mean, a second is nothing to be upset about. He has a great character. Remember, looking for more animals. Preferably... Oh, Echowood is interesting. Yes, I think we want that. Grab this and put this here. We keep this in because it's good. If I could sell... Honestly, if I had one more thing, I would sell it and grab this. So the idea is that when these spawn... But this is not buffing anything, right? So we'll just do this. But this has no way of taking damage. I want this to spawn. So when this triggers, it buffs these 3 characters, which isn't a ton. But then it buffs this as well, because these all got buffed. It makes this a lot more formidable. And, we have a few shots of this because we're at 31 health. But then when this spawns again, it buffs this significantly. And, yeah, if only we had made this good at some point, we'd get a lot of extra value out of that. This just wasn't doing anything. If we could sell one more thing, we'd buff the good boy. Let's see what they got. Oh, they sort of have all little bears, so... We really wanted this to... Okay, there it goes. I was gonna say, we sort of need that to die to get any value. The cupids in the back are gonna be a problem for us, I think. Because the last thing we need is our backline swinging at something. Unfortunately, this didn't have any attack, so it didn't trigger. Oh, so this has picked off 2 things with no health. There it goes, it gets a little bigger. Yeah, just very large cupids, though, might just be enough to continuously attack into us. And have our things just do that. Okay, no, this doesn't do... Oh wow, we're gonna trade here? Just because this kept growing? Wow, Cupid is tough. Cupid is just a tough thing to beat. I think we just need another good character, though. Okay, we're gonna go for this. What can we do against Cupids? Well, we could just get a level 5 treasure here. I don't know if it helps us against Cupids, but it is something. Oh, actually, this is good right here, right? Because it pops out and gets even bigger. We're gonna do that. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff we're about to do. Because if we buff this, if we get, so we can get a 6 treasure next turn, and then buy this to transform something. That will mean that we can move this over. We can even buy one more of these if we wanted, giving us an additional good character. Huh. There are a lot of options. We can make this good as well. There's a lot of stuff that we can do. And I really don't know the answer here, but we do have a few rounds, hopefully. Oh wow, this thing not being able to attack is really tough for us here. It is possible this spawns a good character, but it did not. So the idea behind this, and I actually heard this on LSV stream, is when this spawns, it will get a lot bigger because of this. Meaning when it gives its buff, it will be even bigger. Although it needs to, get knocked off for it to trigger, and it hasn't been doing that, so. Well, I finally got it to trigger, we only had one thing left, so. Yeah, we're gonna be knocked around here, right? Oh no. Well, we won this because there was just nothing left for the Cupid to hit. So our comp didn't really work out at all, but that Cupid cheesing us just sort of fell flat that last game. And we finally got a first. This was a pretty good build, but nothing, special. I mean, this isn't synergistic in a lot of ways. I think it's Ambrosia, it's called. Making this a triple, combined with this and these, just meant this got very large, which really played negatively for us sometimes when we had the Cupid. This would just attack everything, but fortunately this health grows. So in this comp, rather than the Treant comp, this health grows, at the same rate as attack. So when it attacked into something, and everything's not equally big. So this would, kill one of our own minions, but it wasn't itself getting taken out. And I think that, really saved us. And yeah, this thing. So the idea is that if the good boy pops out, it gets tripled attack and defense and health from this, compared to, just what it regular is. So if you can just get it to pop out during a fight, which is what this crocodile spell does, it just gives you an additional thing to pop out, which also grows this, but makes this big enough. The issue we ran into was none of their front line was super big. Their entire board was just based on the Cupids, reigning, sort of, infighting on our team. So it didn't really work out super well, but it was enough to get there. The Cupids didn't have any attack, so once this was the only thing left, it was able to just attack into their entire backline over and over and take, 3 return damage. So, great game. Finally got a win. I think we're getting close to 4,000, ratings or whatever. And I think we're close to it because we got some more dust. I think we're past 10,000, so we can almost buy 2 heroes. I think they're heroes, and then we have, these are champions, maybe. So that's where we're at. Thank you.